Look, it's first thing on a Sunday morning. We can't chat right now because I'm not fully a human yet. I will tell you that I'm about to go to my bar class, but it's a special Halloween themed bar class and we're using pumpkins as weights, and then we're all going out for brunch, so I'm excited for that. I just got home from brunch and I am frozen through to my core. I'm wearing so many layers I look like the Michelin Man. So hey friends, it's me, Amy Rebecca, your internet bestie for all things personal development, intentional living and dream chasing. And yes, we are here with a vlog today. Recently I've had a lot of comments from you guys asking if I can bring back my weekly vlogs. And I love that you love those. I'm sorry that you missed those. I cannot bring them back at the moment. There are just a few different factors in my life right now that would make regular vlogging very challenging, and at this time in my life I am trying to avoid things that bring me unnecessary stress. I'm trying to streamline my life and just chill out a little bit, not cause myself so many issues, because as a tarot reader recently told me, I am my own biggest problem, and I was like, sir, I know this, what is the solution? But we are officially into Halloween. Halloween is merely a few days away, and since this is my favorite time of year, this is when I come into my own, this is when my creativity reaches its peak, and the majority of you guys have always told me that my Halloween vlogs are your favorite. I thought, hey, let's do a one-off Halloweek vlog where I'll just share all of the fun Halloween projects that I'm working on, the cozy autumnal vibes, and probably come Friday, which is Halloween, me stressed and crying and running around trying to bring it all together in time for the trick-or-treaters to arrive, because that's how it always goes down. No matter how prepared I feel, come 5 o'clock on Halloween Eve, I will be a chaotic mess. And that is just the way the cookie crumbles, my friend. I feel very on top of everything this year. I started working on my Halloween projects back in like June, and I didn't really have that much to add. I feel like last year's Halloween setup looked really good. We are making a few little tweaks and additions this year that I think will look incredible, but nothing too time or labor intensive, which is great. We're gonna start by finishing off one of my tombstones that just needs a last little coat of paint, and then I think that will be the graveyard element of Halloween ready to go. Oh, by the way, welcome if you've never been on this channel for Halloween before. It's insane. I don't know if you can hear, by the way, but I'm a little bit sniffly and my voice is kind of going. I don't have time for this right now. I'm not getting taken down by my sinuses. Not on Halloween. The germs can come for me in November, okay? So I'm gonna take a shot of ginger and turmeric, gulp down some ibuprofen, and let's go do some Halloween prep. I actually don't know what that noise is. Do you hear that? So last year, some of my homemade tombstones, which as I'm saying that out loud, how unhinged does that sound? Anyway, some of those homemade tombstones got damaged because they're only made of polystyrene. So last year, one of my projects was to fix those up and make them look good again. And honestly, I kind of outdid myself, because then those damaged tombstones, once they were finished, looked far better than the non-damaged tombstones. So this year I've been going back to those other tombstones and trying to make them look as good as the ones I did last year. So one of them is finished. This is the one that I just need to do a little bit of work on today. The front of it is finished and I've done the sides, but I just need to go in and dry brush the back because I hate this mono colour, just the flat grey. So I'm going to go in with a lighter shade of grey and just dry brush over that to give it a little bit of depth. I wish I'd taken a couple of photos of these before I started working on them. Oh, but I'll have footage of them from last Halloween, from last year's vlog, so I'll pull some of that and you can see a before and after, because I think they look so much better. This is the other one. This looks much better than it did last year. Like, again, I've just gone in, I've given it some texture with this gritty stuff, painted over it. I had a skull, just a plastic skull that I sawed in half and then attached to the front, and I'm really pleased with how that turned out. But are you ready for my newest creation? I love her. She doesn't have a name yet. Still thinking of one. This
is a new decorative piece that I made to put in the graveyard.
So she is looking pretty fabulous, I think. She turned out much better than I was expecting. I didn't really know how it was gonna go because it was just like an idea in my head, but I love her. Okay, let's get this finished. When I tell you there are not enough hours in my day, like literally I could do with an extra 4 and maybe then I would squeeze everything in. First off, I did succumb to the lurgy yesterday. As the day went on, it got to about 3 p.m. and I was like, no, I cannot. Pretty sure it was about this time last year that I started to get sick too, and I was really concerned that I was going to be too unwell to enjoy Halloween. Lots of germs going around at this time of year. Anyway, I went to bed at like 3:30 in the afternoon and didn't get up until 8 o'clock this morning. Still don't feel great, but when I looked at my calendar this morning, which by the way, super glad I did, I forgot that I booked in a special one-off Halloween dance fitness class, because there's nothing you want to do more when you are stuffed up to your eyeballs and your throat is hurting than dance for 2 solid hours. Can't wait. Delighted. Under other circumstances, I probably would not drag my germy little behind to a dance fitness class right now, but I paid for it up front and it's Halloween themed. So like, how am I supposed to say no to that? And it's fancy dress and I've got not enough time. Not enough time. There's never enough time. I really wanted to do like a full-blown, really intense Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, because that's the only costume I have that I think would be appropriate to wear to dance fitness. I have done some really, if I do say so myself, impressive Sally makeup in the past, but with like an hour to pull it together, not 20 minutes. So let's just see what we can achieve. Unfortunately, I was practicing zombie makeup using these brushes a couple days ago, so they're all very grey. That's not the look we're going for today. That's the look we'll be going for on Wednesday. Don't worry, this is not the only crazy makeup look you'll be seeing from me this week. You know what, one thing about me, I can't multitask, so I'm gonna have to come back to you once I got all this together. Okay, in all honesty, it's not great. I don't love it, but I am gonna be sweating it off within 10 minutes of getting to dance fitness, so there we go. Okay, look. The dress makes it, I think. I do have shorts on underneath, and I feel like even my sports bra kind of blends. Feeling pretty cute, not gonna lie. Thank goodness I'm working from home today because I am tired. I feel like I just want to put a straw straight in this. Work is finished. Currently look like a ghoul in this lighting. Very appropriate, very seasonal. Got some chili. I'm ready to throw on Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I think I might do a little bit of spooky craft. I keep seeing all over TikTok people making these clay ghost tea light holder things. It looks easy. I don't know, I just want something very chill. I'm just looking for a very cozy, low effort evening. I had a vision in my head, okay? Cute, cozy, aesthetic craft night. It's not coming together that way. I've used this type of clay before. It's not the air drying clay, it's the one you have to put in the oven. And I remember it being really hard to work with, but I actually think that the white that I bought has completely gone off, because it is just crumbled into a bunch of pieces, and no matter how hard I try, I cannot get it to work. I managed to salvage enough from an old pack to make a little ghosty shape. Definitely not enough to do a tea light, but I thought maybe if I cook him, I could paint a little face on him, and that's something. And then I'm gonna throw this mess away.
Not working out.
And this is why autumns should not go blonde. I actually used to be blonde, a much more yellow blonde than this. It was the early 2000s, everyone was doing it. I look back on those photos and I'm like, why didn't anyone tell me? It's Wednesday, and Wednesday is pub quiz night, and this Wednesday is a very special pub quiz night because it's Halloween pub quiz night. Every week me and my friends get together, we sit at that pub quiz and we recognize that actually we don't know very much general knowledge. But you know what? The food is good, the company is unmatched, and even though we are all absolutely exhausted by 9:30 and ready to go to bed because we are in our 30s and my lord, we are tired, in spite of all that, we have a great time every week. Our team name is the Millennials, so for Halloween we are dressing up as the Spice Girls, but the dead Spice Girls, like zombie Spice Girls. Hence the wig. Unfortunately, my lunch break is about to be over. I spent my entire lunch break not eating but styling my wig. Can you tell? Doesn't it look great? So I've got a few more hours of work left, and then we are going to spice up your life. I'm so excited.
Love this for us.
Love this so much for us. Happy Halloween. I am uncharacteristically calm, cool and collected this morning. I just feel very on top of things, which is a new and very unfamiliar feeling for me in general, especially when it comes to Halloween, because usually I am running around like a chicken with its head cut off right up until the moment the trick-or-treaters start knocking on the door. And there's still definitely time for that. I think right now what I feel is maybe a false sense of security. I do have 5 or 6 pumpkins to carve. Last year I had 9 and I realized that that was too many. There's too many pumpkins. Wonderful from an aesthetic standpoint, but from an actual carving standpoint, my hands hurt and my fingers went pruny with pumpkin guts. So we've scaled it back a little bit this year. I have 1 pumpkin left to carve. I had to take a break because I have pumpkin fatigue. It's a real thing. Look it up. Don't look it up. I just made it up. But I have it. And I've just come in here into the garage to put the pumpkins that I have done to one side. And I've realized by comparison how freaking enormous the last pumpkin is. So this is the kind of size of the pumpkins I've carved so far. And this is the final pumpkin that I still need to do. What was I thinking? World's largest pumpkin. That's gonna be rough to do. I do need to really quickly just touch up a couple of the tombstones that just came down from the attic that have had a little bit of damage. It'll take like a couple of minutes. It's not a big job.
It's just where
they've taken a little knock and some of the paint has come off. Literally no one would notice these kinds of details, especially in the dark. But I am nothing if not a perfectionist, so I am gonna fix these up really quickly. The goal was to be done by 2. It is 2:15. We are not done. It's fine, we still have time before the sun goes down. It's just the weather is definitely not on our side. It has been raining on and off for the last couple of hours, so it's hard to like get a lot done outside, but a lot of the decorations are in place now. It's just a case of putting like the final few things out and then setting up the garage, because that's where we're going to be putting our new prop that's like can't think of the word, like a hologram type effect thing, and we need to black off the garage so that that will be more impactful and dramatic. But that has to be last because everything has to go through the garage to get out into the garden, so it's just everything. I tell you what, I'm not stressed yet. Usually by this point I am crying and I am just like vibing. So let's see how I feel in an hour. And past 3, starting to stress because this fabric that I'm using to block off the garage does not come all the way down to the floor. So I'm like, do I cut it into strips and pin like 10 different strips, or do I try and cut more? And no, I'm not gonna have time to pin fabric to fabric. These are the kind of logistical issues that catch me out every single year without fail. This is absolutely absurd, by the way, what I'm doing. Okay, so everything that can be done is done, and it is now 4 o'clock, so 2 hours behind schedule, but it's not dark yet, and we still have time for me to, I don't know, regain sanity and like get out of these disgusting clothes because I have been crawling around in the mud. Don't ask. All that's left to do is like turn on projectors, lights, music, that kind of thing when it goes dark, but it looks really good. I think it's fair to say we absolutely outdid ourselves last night. It went down so well. Weather pretty much held off all night. We had a few showers, but for the most part it was dry. We got so many trick-or-treaters that we had to go and restock the sweets because we ran out within the first couple of hours. Honestly, we must have had at least 80 trick-or-treaters, which for this area is enormous. And for 1 year, I think we had like a grand total of 4 trick-or-treaters. So to have literally queues of children outside, it was awesome. I have spent the entire day editing this vlog and prizing my eyes open. I'm so exhausted after this week. I feel like I want to be a Tom and Jerry cartoon and like use cocktail sticks to keep my eyes open. I mean, what a week, right? Dance fitness as Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Failed attempt at tea light making. Spice Schools quiz. And then yesterday, top tier Halloween. I am now ready to take a well-earned nap. I love you so much. Please remember that you are enough just as you are, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.